shone ko chap da Tcsl mola de tingcha jablo la phiro da tanda ran jogbo la so London la uzu na ro na
So I will be singing a very, very emotional, very, very important message from Tibet. And because there are so many international friends of Tibet, we Tibetans, we know this song very well. It is a song of pride of the Tibetan people. But since there are so many friends who have come, I think it's good that I translate this song for you, that you will hear the message very clearly. It's called Kangchenpa. Kangchenpa means the people of the snowland. Tread upon, yet unbroken, snowland's heart beats strong, reaching beyond the mountains, seeking joy in wisdom's song. Winds of samsara may scatter, yet the Lama still remembers his prayers like whispers. Hold Tibet close forever. Wild yaks roam, rivers call, hoops once thundered far and wide, the past written on Amala's face, the future carried in our song. Kangchenpa, snowland's spirit never fades. Kangchenpa, forever remaining. 기적배 청순진 깊이리시 남들 가리 새로운 이때 대화 제나 야신제 도와두기 양의 당나 랑소진 말을롱기 결정 도두생천 두수진 배람의 tango야 신체 남의 고주세 예 같은 법아래 나 같은 이 당세다 나 누를 조르내서래 연패 정말의 책임이 되시 자동사은 잡내 제때 담음이 다 처시게 그가 숨기 이돌롱다 밤에 동나 계시고 어시사면 루게년 보나야 거기 이수차 오케이 어시사면 구주대 예가 Thank you. Are you coming?
Lasso. Thank you so much, Tcsl, for singing
She
that.
looks like my daughter. So I miss my daughter when I look at her, you know. Amazing.
I do love your daughter.
I wish you 1,000 years of life. For Tibet. Free Tibet!
Free Tibet! Thank you for singing that beautiful song. Now we're going to have two incredible guests speaking. One is Tcsl Gyaltsula. She is the chairman of International Campaign for Tibet. And of course, Richard Gere. I would like to invite you on the stage now. Thank you so much. Here you go.
마이크 비비드예요 지금도. 오케이. Tcsl 상말로 당봉아 벽에 낭로 책가시 주고 삼중 남부 상말로들이 사자가와 가서내 페이지에 아주 심슈 파니에르도 안 토치나 수야이 들이 숨주 뒤된데 남부 상과 가서내 좀 되진 녀밍 땡쪽이야 저희 나게 지표들고 관계 견지기 되네지 아니 다리 님들라 아니 아주데 차토버디 아니야 믹스기 아니 가져 전부 중송 안디 간데 단다 조디 남부 상마 구슈 규레 나란주 페베 자드 겨르무친기 로마 안 답베 로 망부랭가 두즈 야가 값소 두즈 껴 값소 가투이네 간주다 념도 배바다 념도 아니 두스 탑저낭로라 아니 냠슈 쳔게기 미나직데 아니가 데리칸조 남바스 상말로 모트슈야 고갑데 나송 아니 크랑안주 남바스 상말로기 캠프 킹기데 리처드 기어제 나라지나 게지 표들레고 칸기 촉조 게지 표들레고 칸라 레가 체chen 로치옹아스 두고요 안가데 크라뇽돌라 아니 타녀비 토네 레가 치두 잠바 문에 표등기 탑절라 코란기 미나 장녀제 코란라 딘데기 코란라 추 케벤 지라야 메베 값들라 코란 디간들라 두저땅 안 두저땅 바마세 간주님도 뱃칼레 잡치니 야주 마주 상만 점점 칼라이 마라치니 듀니치니 레가 베녜지레 제상문에 자네 띵기 아니 페베 페던간델라 안갑조나게 지레 제상하라 데들이 뽑아다 가져 침부톤에 남부서 모두 쉬야라서 응아치 카제지 인지낭로네 쉬초거치. Greetings everyone. My name is Tcsl Gyaltsula. I am president of International Campaign for Tibet. International Campaign for Tibet is an organization that works to advocate for human rights and democratic freedoms for the people of Tibet. And today I am here to introduce you to a special guest, this guest speaker, and this guest speaker is chairman of the board of directors of International Campaign for Tibet. And I was just speaking to my Tibetan brothers and sisters here that as someone who has the privilege to work closely with our chairman, he is internationally known as an actor and a Hollywood star, but for us, he is a student of His Holiness, and he is someone who advocates for Tibet shoulder to shoulder with us in the halls of Congress or today here with all of you, and working close up with him. I know he works with strategy, with vision, but also he does the hard work because it's not easy. We have a cause, and we are just a handful of Tibetans outside of Tibet. Inside Tibet is the 6 million Tibetans who are inside, who are there under an authoritarian regime, suffering and surviving in a space that is even more difficult today than it was before. Freedom House recognizes Tibet as the least free nation in the world at a freedom score of 0. So we have big challenges ahead of us, but at the same time, we have friends who care about this issue. At International Campaign for Tibet, we are a grassroots organization with over 100,000 members worldwide, and these are all people who care about this issue, who feel some connection to Tibet, His Holiness, and this culture that has brought some benefit for them. So with that, I wanted to just share that our chairman is somebody who really works shoulder to shoulder with us, is there doing the hard work that needs to be done all the time. So today, without much ado, it is my great honor to introduce you to Mr. Richard Gere, Chairman of the Board of Directors of International Campaign for Tibet. Richard La.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Tcsl. Hello. Hello, Netherlands. And France. And Switzerland. And Germany and Belgium. And the US. And all of these wonderful 3,000 or so people who came out today. How extraordinary. Thank you so much for being here. You know, I just came from Dharamsala, just yesterday, came here. And so, first of all, I want to extend the best wishes of His Holiness the Dalai Lama to all of you here. And I'm sure you're happy to know that he was in very good health and had come from Hunsor, where he gave some really wonderful teachings. And I wasn't there for that, but friends of mine told me that there were really extraordinary teachings, a very difficult teaching that His Holiness was giving, and he was the way he was 20, 30 years ago, with a kind of power and precision and ability to teach with great energy. So he's in really good health now. I wanted to extend that to all of you. And he reiterated that Palden Lamo has told him that he's going to be 113 years old. And I said, but is it going to be a good 113 years? And he said, yes, 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 yes. Look, you've spent most of the day talking about very important things, I know. And much of it has been a litany of all the terrible things that the Chinese have done, and specifically the Chinese Communist Party and what they've directed their people to do to the Tibetans. And it's been a horror. A great tragedy, not only for the Tibetans, but for the entire world. And it continues. And now with Tibetan children being taken away and put into boarding schools, and that's in quotes because it's really a complete brainwashing experience for these kids. The continuing degradation of the environment, the damming up of all the major rivers coming out of Tibet, which is going to cause huge problems downstream in India and South Asia. And clearly they've done it in such a way that there will be a time when they siphon off and redirect all that water to China. So this is a security and a survival problem for everyone in Asia and Southeast Asia. In America, we've done a lot. And we've been able to do a lot in 35 years at ICT, but even before that, we have a lot of friends in the Congress. We've always had good relations with all the presidents in all of that time. There is a moment of deep insecurity right now with what's going on in the US. But still, everyone I talk to in Congress is a loyal benefactor and protector of Tibet. So I wanted you to know the people are still there and care about you. Loden, thank you. You know, as a Loden, a great musician, and he does something more, he stands up. You know, we need to stand up. One thing that we do know over all these years is people are afraid sometimes to speak, and they said, well, we'll be neutral. And we know one thing very well: neutrality only helps the bad guys. Silence only helps the bad guys. So we do have to speak. We have to speak from wisdom, and part of real wisdom is compassion, understanding, and love. That what we hate is hate itself. We hate anger. We hate ignorance. We hate unkindness. But I think there's going to be a time when things radically change in China, and we're all going to be brothers and sisters again, like we were many generations ago. But it doesn't mean we stop talking about what's happening in the world, and specifically with our Tibetan brothers and sisters. I remember speaking in Bodh Gaya many years ago, and His Holiness asked me to talk to a crowd, and there was 500,000 people there at a teaching with His Holiness. And I didn't know what to say, but I got up because he kind of forced me to do it. But I said, you know, of course, everyone here in this crowd that comes from all over the world, all over the Tibetan world, all over Asia, the plateau, north into Tuva and Boratia and Kalmykia and places all over the world who have an innate respect for what the Tibetan experiment has meant over the last 1,500 years when Buddhism finally took root in Tibet. And took not in root the way maybe it has in the West, where spirit and spiritual training is peripheral to the way we live. The Tibetans took this to heart, and they started to create institutions to really make their whole world loving and compassionate and kind. And so I found myself talking to a crowd there, and I said, look, you know, we're so fortunate here, we're able to take bodhisattva vows. And I said, of course, in the bodhisattva vow, our pledge is to release all sentient beings from pain. But maybe in that realm of all sentient beings, we can put the Tibetans in the head of the line and give them a little extra help. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. You know, when I come to these events and I feel that sense of solidarity, that everyone is welcome here. The world we're living in is moving in a different direction, where everything is exclusive and we're all separated from each other. But we all know there's revolving stories. We all have a story. There's 3,000 people here. There's 3,000 stories. And all those stories interconnect. How many stories?
My story is 1 million stories.
Yours is one of 7 billion stories on the planet. One thing I've learned too, and I realize I look around the room, I think I'm the oldest guy here. Is there anyone older than me here? Anyone over 75? Well, no, we have, you told me, 82. We have an 82? How old? 80, right here. And His Holiness, yes, I'm being reminded, this man is going to be 90. And is smarter and wiser and more energetic than all of us put together. But given all the things you've been through, and the Tibetan community's been through, and most everyone here has been to rallies before, and we do speak out. This is not a silent group of 3,000 people. We stand up and we talk about these things, and we speak truth to power, and that's very, very important. But there's something I always remind myself, and I want to remind us all here. There have been other cultures that have gone through horrible, horrible things. The Tibetan community is different because there's a vision of possibility, a vision that includes everyone. Even the bad guys are included in the vision of possibility, where we can live together and take care of each other. And there's enough money, and there's enough food, and there's enough shelter, and enough care, and enough education for everyone. And we're not defined by our pain and by our suffering. We're defined by our ability to love, to care, to forgive, to embrace each other and take care of each other. And that's what's important about this movement. It's different from other ones. That's the vision that's fired me for the 45 years that I've been a very humble servant of this movement, and a servant to His Holiness. And His Holiness at that center of that vision of possibility, of love and embrace. And the fact that Tibetans are in this diaspora where you have to find homes everywhere around the world. I found a home with you. And I think people all over the world have done that. We've found a home with you. And that vision is something that can be home to everyone on this planet. We've homes to insects, to animals, to spirits, to ghosts, to all the beings and all the universes are encompassed in His Holiness's vision, which is at the heart of this Tibetan experience. So, as we are entering this 90th year of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, that's the thing that I want to bring forward, is that vision of possibility. The heart of the Tibetan world, the Tibetan mind, the Tibetan heart, is that we're here to help each other. We're here to generate bodhicitta. We're here to awaken ourselves and help everyone else to awaken to who we really are, and that we're all completely connected to each other in all possible ways. So long live this culture, but specifically long live His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and may he always, forever and ever be with us. Thank you so much. Tujiche. 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 Do you want me to do anything else? Or?
Yes, you're going to be here because we have something for you to explain to you. So I want to share with you that, as Richard La mentioned, His Holiness is an inspiration for us, and this is His Holiness's 90th year. The Tibetan administration have in Dharamsala declared a year of compassion, of celebrating compassion. And so with that in mind, we at the International Campaign for Tibet would like to share with you something that we have been working with. You here, you are the heart of the movement. So we want to ask all of you to join us to celebrate His Holiness's vision, His principles, His efforts for the world. So we see this as a moment, His 90th year of compassion, taking His message that has benefited all of us and sharing it with everyone who wants to learn about it and be part of it. So for that, we wanted to share with you slides over here. Let me check. So in honor of His Holiness's 90th birthday, we are going to launch a Compassion Rising World Tour 2025. So the goal is that we take His Holiness's message on a world tour. So there will be opportunity for everyone to participate, hold your own events, big, small, different ways and all different kinds of activities could be part of this movement. So this is just a little preview of it for you, and there will be tour stops around the world, whether it is film screenings, whether it is artist exhibitions, whether it is festivals, cultural events, protest marches. So we'll have all kinds of things going on, and this is there is a website, compassionrising.com, and this will be launched in the near future, in a month or two as we develop it. But this is the site where you can log on and sign up with your email to get more information about it as it gets developed. And as we talked about many tour stops, one of the tour stops will be here, hosted by International Campaign for Tibet based in Amsterdam and the Netherlands Tibetan community working together. So with that, I would like to invite Wong Butetong, ICT Europe's director, to talk about that campaign.
Hello. Across Europe and maybe across the world, we want to have cities to celebrate the 90th birthday of His Holiness. And therefore, we will have a campaign. And before talking about this campaign, I will show you a video. Now, Chenzum, show it.
Why do we suffer? Have we lost our sense of compassion? We have the potential to change. Years ago, a boy was born in Tibet. At the age of 4, he was chosen to lead his people. Soon after, his land and his people were invaded, and the boy became a refugee. But this boy held on to his hope for a better world. Positive change starts with us. Let us cultivate this seed of compassion.
Now I would like to invite the leaders of the Tibetan community on stage, and also (Tibetan). We have prepared a box, a campaign box. The idea is to talk to the cities, to engage them in a dialogue, tell them that there is an opportunity to celebrate compassion and a positive way to see our future. And this box will now be handed over by Richard to the country representatives. And I would like to ask you to come here. Yeah. 하라고 말해. Christina, come for the Netherlands. Yeah. Some of our friends already left the stage and then the venue because they have to go far away. But we have some people here. And Richard, I would like you to present this box. Maybe we can, yeah.
Do you want to show them what's in this?
Yes, we want to show it. Yeah. Yeah.
Richard, like you open first.
Okay. Okay, maybe.
You don't want to see this, do you? You don't want to see what's in this box, do you? No, no one wants to see this. No, put it away. Put it back. No.
So, this design is made by Tenzin Rigdo, a famous Tibetan artist, contemporary artist, and it shows, it's a very nice design on the top.
Slides, yeah?
And inside, we have put some flags, Tibetan flags. People are invited to come and put their wishes for the future, for a better future. We want to see these flags flying in the city halls of Europe. We have other materials, we have pens, we have a kata, and this box is massive, so we can put a lot of things in this box. And it shall be an inspiration for all of us to do something for the 90th anniversary of His Holiness. Yeah. Now, let's proceed. Thank you.
Unfortunately, we don't have 3,000 of them today. But we will. We promise you. So we're going to give it to representatives of the whole community for now. And we're going to then find some even better things to put in there. I think we're going to put Buddha relics, genuine Buddha relics in every single bag, if we can. We'll try.
Okay, so let's start. Okay, can you Austria, Österreich.
Good luck.
France.
Okay. Ça va?
No, you together from the Netherlands. We have two persons from the Netherlands. Yeah, let's go together. Together. Come, please. Yeah. Okay. UK.
Okay. Here we go. Okay.
Sweden. Switzerland. España.
¿Qué tal?
Belgium. Italy. Come in front, Claudio.
Don Claudio.
Okay. Now there is one from Catalonia. A person from Catalonia.
One Pola. Ladies and gentlemen, one Pola.
And there is top 10 Wang Chen from and Barcelona, member of the Tibetan Parliament, and top 10 Gyatso from Paris, Tibetan Parliament. Thank you. So thank you very much, Richard. Yes. Thank you very much, Tcsl, for coming to the Netherlands. And we have the representative of His Holiness.
I have the honor to offer you a scarf to express our gratitude. Thank you, Richard, if I may, for your long and continued support and friendship to His Holiness the Dalai Lama and to the Tibetan people. We are truly, truly grateful. And I don't think any words is sufficient to thank you for what you have done for Tibet. We are truly grateful. Thank you so very much.